a personal memory of mine. The first thing I remember of Mercury Rev is when I saw Chasing a Bee on MTV.
Yeah.
A pretty almost disturbing video, and the album Yerself Is Steam. Well, the band has changed a lot since then. Are there still similarities with the band you were then and it is now? Like the idea of the band?
Well, I suppose as people, it's been almost 20 years now since we began recording Yerself Is Steam. So as people, myself, I'd like to think in some ways different. You know, you'd have to be if you live life well to the fullest, or you just live life, you're influenced by everything. Things are changing inside of you. The similarities may be more evident to those outside of the group than inside of the group. I could say, well, yeah, I still sort of sing like me, and you know, strum a guitar like me, and in these ways. But maybe to an outside person or an outside eye, those similarities may be a lot more evident, and at times they may be a lot more invisible.
Yeah, okay, but
as it were.
Yeah.
The passion for music, yes, that would be there, and even greater. Maybe a greater sense of the true nature of music. Not just as a medium to throw your innards out at other people. Not as a way to just stamp your impression on someone else's forehead. But the way that music actually connects people, which is often forgotten these days, that it actually is the connection between people. It is the relationship between people. It's not always just a means to an end, which can often be forgotten by all of us.
Yeah, okay. Is that an idea that stuck in the band, or is that an idea that stuck in the band? Or?
I think it's an idea that, I don't want to say grew, but certainly gained dominance in me through the years. Whereas when you're young, you have that young man's momentum in you to not only carve an identity for yourself musically or lyrically, but just to maybe carve an identity for yourself within the band. In that early case, nearly 20 years ago, it was 6 of us in the group. And so all of those workings seem to, over time, if I can remember well, they seem to flourish and diminish at the same time. You enjoy the relationships more, and at the same time you find that little self, or those little Jonathans, those diminishing a bit in importance. And maybe when they diminish in importance, you see it, you have a greater appreciation of the whole. Not only the whole of your own group or the whole of music, but just the way it all seems to fit together in life.
Okay. Like your music in this moment fits in your life?
The music is not only fits in my life, it is my life. It's intertwined in the whole thing. It's not Jonathan outside of rock music and Jonathan on stage or Jonathan just in the studio. There are those little Jonathans, but as a whole it's all intertwined. And maybe when we're younger, we try to delineate more. We say, oh, that's just me on stage, that's just me singing.
Did you do that in the earlier days, you think? Or?
I think it's human nature that that's the way we see ourselves when we're younger, maybe, which is not a bad thing. It's just a difference, maybe. When we're younger, that energy is channeled more into the idea of separation from the outside whole.